Last year, in 2021, like many people, I lost my job, my livelihood, my income, and the ability to provide for my family. Why? Because of a choice that no one should be forced to make. The consequences that followed that decision were unfathomable. It turned my life upside down. I once believed in job security. I worked so hard for my job. And all of a sudden, here I was wanting to work and not being able to. How could anyone sit by and allow that to happen? The fact was, not everyone did. Word quickly got round about people starting local groups, having a silent, peaceful protest at their local park, a stand in the park. This movement brought together thousands of people all over the globe to meet at their local park every Sunday. Through this, we met and connected with our local community, meeting like-minded people who were willing to stand up for their rights and start making the change to create a better world. As we got to know each other, many of us realized that we simply cannot continue to rely on these fragile systems. So we had to start to create our own local, alternative systems to start providing for ourselves, our communities, and one day, those around us. Silk Road Community Gardens aims to inspire, educate, and connect communities by working together to create sustainable, local food systems for all communities to live in abundance. Our community is actively working towards our food security so that we can rely on one another rather than relying on a fragile system. Members from our community approached us with rising concerns of food security with everything happening in the world. Having an established seedling business and veggie gardens, we invited some of those people who now come weekly to learn how to grow plants organically from seed to harvest. When there are fresh vegetables available, people who come and volunteer their time can take some home with them too. We want to support, educate, and inspire as many people as possible to be joining in and growing food themselves. Because once you start and see for yourself, it's not that hard at all, but actually really rewarding. Recently, we helped our neighbouring community Warrigal stand. They have really taken the reins with their garden. The food security that they're all working towards has really shown through. In only 8 weeks, they're already enjoying a beautiful salad from the garden. For those of you who aren't growing or aren't sure how, there are so many resources online to get started, but learning the basics of permaculture is a really great starting point if you're unsure. There will be a separate video on how to start a community garden. But if you want to approach your friends, family, or community and start the conversation of potentially creating your own community garden, there are already some great resources out there, but here are a few things to consider. What is the common goal or purpose of your garden? What land is available and what size do you want your garden to be? What's the setup cost? Ongoing costs and funding? Do you need volunteers? You may need a coordinator to help organize people and things. There may be resources within your community to already use or recycle, but other things like crop planting and succession planting can be really important to look at too. If we can all adopt a feed your tribe mentality and have an awareness around how our current food systems aren't serving us or others, we can put money and differences aside to work together towards the common goal of feeding ourselves. With the development of food underway, an opportunity arose to host a market, giving those that lost their incomes a way to earn a living. Trade and exchange systems are vital for a community's sustainability. Circulating our wealth locally within our communities keeps us all thriving and working together. Community members started to come forward, some volunteering their private land to host a market, and others volunteering their time to help. Stallholders that were turned away from other markets were welcomed with open arms at ours, once again creating fundamental trade and exchange systems that were otherwise taken away from so many of us. We now host 2 Silk Road community markets, one in Yarragon on the first day of the month and another in Rosedale on the 3rd. They're make it, bake it, sew it, grow it style markets that support local crafters and producers that require an outlet to the community. There are so many opportunities to grow and expand these markets to be more than just us. We picture them all over the country. And to do that, we need your help, the help of many like-minded people that are willing to do what it takes to keep developing these alternative systems for the betterment of our communities. This isn't just us and our community. It took a group of dedicated people all working together to create these markets and gardens. And this is just the beginning. We picture a future of national localization, community co-ops, alternative exchange systems, and a divergence from systems that no longer serve us. We hope that our small, local grassroots movement can help make an impact and positive change on a bigger scale. To assist us in the running of our markets, gardens, and communities, over the past 10 months I've been working on a website to help tie it in all together, providing not only tools for us, but also for other communities to use and utilize either free or affordably. Because what the past 2 years has shown all of us is we can no longer continue to rely on or trust our governments or continue to support these unsustainable corporate systems.